What's going on, everybody? It is Coach Greg Adams back here with another YouTube live stream. Shout out to the Coach Gang.
And that's you.
For being in here, being involved, and being active on this YouTube channel. Well, welcome back to Monday Night Roski, the longest running episodic programming live stream here on YouTube. You in here with the Bruce Wayne of this ish, the King of Kings, the King of Content, and the Speaker of Truth. Yours truly, the Notorious One, a.k.a. Mr. Coachellini, better known as the Prognosticator, Coach Stradamus. And you're in the Desert Storm bunker with none other than EWF. That is every woman's fantasy, but you can call me CGA, C got a lot, and I'm the 14-time demonetized champion of YouTube. Ladies, you can call me Daddy.
Daddy.
All right.
Okay, Daddy.
Daddy is here. We got a great show for you lined up today. IG model tries to play Coochie games with one NELLY, and she loses. All right, she loses NELLY to Ashanti. All right, if you guys don't know what Coochie games are, I'm gonna tell you what Coochie games are back from a clip that I used to play during my live stream of what Coochie games are. Let's go ahead and take it from there.
Man, if he loves you, he's gonna understand it. But if you playing with a nigga who already got options, Coochie game's not gonna work.
What will work with a guy who has so many options?
Nothing is going to work. And so when a man has options, we preach this all the time, leveraging options. When you actually have understood who you are and you live your life in abundance, when a woman plays Coochie games and you have options, there is absolutely nothing that she can do. Now, what does that mean for the rest of you ninjas? Well, if you don't have options, then they play games with you. And sometimes if they know you have options, they still play games with you. And in this instance, the former girlfriend is speaking out about what she calls what she says she left because she needed space to see if they would, if it would bring them back together again. Her name is Chantel Jackson. She definitely has a history with several professional athletes. We're going to go over that. And she tried to play NELLY for a fool. Everybody plays the fool sometimes. All right. No exception to the rule. You may be confident, you may be cool. I think it's cocky, of course. Everybody plays the fool. Sometimes you forget who you are in a relationship. You know what I mean? People be like, well, I got more options out here. And then you end up faltering. A lot of people have been victim of this. So we'll break this down. Let me see if I can pull this up here. Let's see if I can pull this up. Oh, we also have an update from the track and field star. All right. The track and field star. She has responded to, she has responded to her beating down a woman on Al Gore's internet. We're going to hear her response. I believe it's on Crime and Law CGA or Straglin's Nickel Theater. All right. It is on Straglin's Nickel Theater early on in the show. But to contribute to today's show, $ the Notorious CGA. On the Cash App, Venmo, Coach Greg Adams CV. It is paypal.me/Coach Greg Adams. And that is near the top of the description box on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. And you can super chat by clicking the link on the top of the live chat on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. I feel like I left something out of that intro. But, yeah, we got a great show. Shout out to our brother. It is the Anesthesia Boss from New York. He says, Coach, tell them Coochie games don't work on a nigga with options, all right? What can you do with a man who has options? Nothing, beesh. A man who has options, there is no Coochie games, all right? That's the face of a woman who knows. Merp. You cannot play Coochie games with a man who has options. Yeah, this is what happens when you give up all your hoes, too, man. I will always tell you, do not give up all your hoes for one woman. All right, she can audition for the spot. You can audition for a spot. All right, but I ain't giving up all my hoes. She's like, well, I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to audition for you. I'm not going to give you me when you got all your hoes. Never take that deal. You be like, hey, you want to be a part of my life? She'd be like, yes, I'm going to be good to you. I'm going to be nice. You'd be like, okay, all right, good. Well, you're number 4 on the spot right now. You can work your way up to number 1, all right, if you're a good girl. I don't want to take that deal. I want to be your number 1. Well, guess you don't want it that bad. You don't want the spot that bad. You don't believe in faithful and monogamy? Nope. No. I do on your side. You're going to be faithful and monogamous. All right. But if you want this, you messing with a man who has options. So what'll it be? What'll it be, partner? All right, anyway, shout out to Anesthesia Boss in there telling them a man has options. All right, shout out to Corey. He says, I travel a lot. And things that you say, feminist energy. All right, hold on for a second. I travel a lot. And things you say, feminist energy. I believe you meant to say, and things that you say are feminist energy. He says, scared of men is more of a West Coast mentality. Scared of men is more of a West Coast mentality. Cali, Portland, maybe Vegas. New York, Chicago. My lifetime in New York, New Jersey. I don't see it like that, but you do admit bias. Okay. I'll just say.
What that mean?
Sometimes, yes. I mean, I don't know.
What that mean?
I'm not even trying to mess around here, sir.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
I'm not trying to even make fun of you here. All right. But I did read it just the way.
What that mean?
What you're talking about here. I'm trying to figure out. I'll put it on the screen for you right here, just so y'all know. Hold on for a second. Just so y'all know, I'm telling you, I be trying to read these chats. All right. And it was a good chat too. I think it was an expensive chat. Maybe you guys can figure out what the hell he talking about here. There he is right there. This was in reference to all right. This was earlier in the show, so it was right when I signed off. I don't know what we were talking about. But there it is right there. He says, I travel a lot, and things you say, feminist energy. Okay, there seems to be, I think I know what you mean.
What that mean?
All right, and then he says, scared of men is more of a West Coast mentality. I don't know if I ever said I was scared of men. I don't remember saying that. Cali, Portland, no space, maybe Vegas, no punctuation here.
What that mean?
And then he says New York, Chicago. All right, just incomplete. I'm just trying to figure.
Wait a minute. Who are
All right,
you?
I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. And then he says my lifetime in NY, comma, no space, NJ, and no punctuation here. It says, I don't see it like that, but you do admit bias. I'm just trying to.
Can you shut the fuck up?
Oh, yeah, I mean, is there a possibility? Listen, I don't know what you're referencing, but it was at the close of the earlier show. But oh, man. I read a lot of chats like that on a daily basis, so I don't know what he's saying here. How much was that chat for? It was $10. All right. So shout out to him. Anybody, I'll wait for you guys to figure the shit out. Hold on. Let's give him a drum roll to figure out what he was talking about. Ta-da! All right. Maybe you want to come back and clean that part up. I don't even know what you're referencing. I don't know what you're referencing. I don't know what we're talking about here. But anyway. Was it a woman? All right. Oh, that was they were saying a woman. All right, scared of a woman. Who was scared of a woman? I don't even remember saying I was scared of a woman. I don't know, man. Sometimes I just trying to figure out what's going on here. I try to be. Anybody else? All right, we got some other brothers here. All right, shout out to our brother Emmanuel. Says, Coach, when somebody said that is a bloodbath for successful men, I meant to say they have more options than they can take. Yes, that's why it's a bloodbath. The successful guy in my group being stalked by women from the past who would not date them again and take them back, privatize their IG as they became free agents. Yes. So it's a bloodbath for successful men. And I understand what you were talking about because, you know, women stalk you. I mean, women stalk broke niggas too, but I'm saying, like, women be lined up for you. They be lining it up. They be lining up for you, man. So it's interesting. It is a bloodbath out here. But you know, it's for women, they seem to think that there's not an abundance of men, but they have an abundance of options at the same time. But men that are successful, they have an abundance of women, and they'll fuck almost all of them. But you can only have sex with so many women. You only have so much time. 100%. All right, shout out to our brother. We have two more. And no government name says this one is for the King of Kings. Coach, keep doing YouTube. I like your local subject as well. And he says, in your day-to-day information piece, appreciate that, man. I'll keep plugging away. I'll keep plugging away. Even on days where it's like, all right, I got coaching calls lined up. I got coochie calls lined up. All right. I got social media to post. I was like, let me get it in. Brayon says, Coach, I'm doing Uber at the moment, and I just picked up a guy from South Africa, and he said entertainment is a dream killer. He doesn't have time for entertainment because he has to hustle and achieve his goals. He also said most Americans will never achieve nothing because they place entertainment over hard work and hustle. Let's go. All right, South African speaking up. Yes, he's talking about the deaf, dumb, and blind. Yes, they place entertainment over everything. And I mean, our world pays entertainers way more than they pay the teachers. So, yes, and then people want to be like the entertainers. It's interesting. All right, shout out to that guy out there putting you up on the hustle game. All right, shout out to you. Let's get into it. Straggle and Sniggle Theater.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right?
Straggle and Sniggle Theater. We got 3 videos on Straggle and Sniggle Theater. First one, we have a Chad Light. All right, he does have his shirt off, and I can't help him with that one. But this is, his name is Parker. Last name, first name, white boy. All right, and he has his shirt off, and he has his hat backwards. So, you know, that means he's super cool. He's not a chode. He's a Chad. All right. Anybody with their hat on backwards who's brave enough, all right, who's brave enough to brave the world with their hat on backwards, they must be super cool. You're super duper cool when you wear your hat backwards. All right. That is the ultimate sign of coolness. All right. As a man, wearing your hat backwards, hat to the back. All right, well, we got Chad here, and Chad is in the friend zone, and he likes it. All right, Chad is in the friend zone, and he likes it. All right, he says right here, having a girl best friend is not for the weak, bro. All right, not bro. And not only did he say that, it's not for the weak. It's W-E-E-K, all right? You meant the weak, W-E-A-K, but I'm not the one to be the grammar police. That's automatically, yeah. That's a pretty shitty thing to do and make me the grammar police. So having a girl best friend is not for the weak. All right, let's go for it, Chad.
Having a girl best friend is not for the weak, bro. That shit is not for the weak. Anybody that has a girl best friend knows, like, that shit is tiring, bro. It's honestly tiring. Like, I feel like I'm a father every day. Every day, I feel like I'm having father and daughter time. Like she comes to me about this boy that she talks to, and it's like, she comes to me all this problem, blah, 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 and you don't do this, and you do that, and I just leave, and she don't listen. She don't listen. I'm like, you're cute. You can do any, like, you can talk to any, like, you're cute. Like, what are you doing? Stressing over this guy, just leave. Like, honestly, I'm gonna have to start putting belt to ass. I'm gonna have to start putting a belt to ass. You don't listen. And having...
Hey, as I said, guys, there is no look for alpha and masculine men. There's no look, all right? Because people think there's a look. If I grow a beard, wear my hat to the back, get some abs, muscle on my body, I'll be an alpha. I'll get all the girls. I'll be a Chad. Yeah, people say it is a mindset, but it's got to be you. And just because you look a certain way don't mean you're going to be good with women, okay? This is a prime exhibit A. This ninja stuck in the friend zone. Somebody said he might be a pooter intruder. I did catch that this time when I watched it. I said, oh, he might be a pooter intruder. All right. But He's out here, girl best friend. All right, smack yourself. All right, girl best friend.
Can you shut the fuck up?
Yeah, that's an automatic L. All right, girl best friend. Now you feel like the dad?
Get him, Dad.
All right, nah, that ain't daddy. That ain't daddy. And then now she's laying your head on her pillow. Lay your head on my pillow and just relax. Relax. So he's spending he's learning what, when I say money, energy, attention, and time, you pay with money, energy, attention, and time. So you're paying with energy and attention, and it's exhausting. Blah, 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 blah. All right. It's exhausting. Dealing with women is not easy. When they start talking, it's just nonstop jibber jabber blabber. All right. Bitch babble. And it wears you the hell down. All right. Anytime a woman is just nonstop talking to me, it wears me out. I'll be like, ugh. Like, well, this is what I say right here.
Can you shut the fuck up?
That's what you want to say to him. Okay. All this talk and chatter is just wearing me out. All right. I'd rather fuck than talk. But that's neither here nor there. Or I want to hear this. All right, that's what I want to hear. I don't want to hear all that bitch babble. All right, but he's sitting over there just taking it. All right, acting like, well, we'll just leave. If you just leave, it will be better. All right, bruh. All right, but you know, he might want to check. You might want to check on his Duke shooting activities. Well, I don't want to check. All right.
A girl best friend is not for the weak, bro. That shit is not for the weak. Anybody that has a girl best friend knows like that.
Yeah, look. And listen, let's just say you're not a Duke shooter, all right? You running around here trying to slow pimp girl best friend. I bet you she's super hottie. She a hottie.
That shit is tiring, bro. It's honestly tiring.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, talking to women is tiring, and they don't listen to you. So they're basically talking at you, not talking to you. They call it communication, and we call it annoying. We call it annoyance. That's what we call it.
Like, I feel like I'm a father every day.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's because that's our role, all right? Trying to discipline them, keep them in line, all right? I discipline them by putting them over my knee and smacking that ass, all right? But you, on the other hand, all right, babysitting these hoes. This is what these ninjas do when they say they don't pay. Babysitting these hoes. Babysitting them. Ain't no virtue in babysitting these women and listening to them.
Every day, I feel like I'm having father and daughter time. Like she comes to me about this boy that she talks to, and it's like she comes to me all this problem, blah 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 blah.
Yep, that's what it sounds like. Chick babble. All right.
Can you shut the fuck up?
Yep, that's what it is. Chick babble. Ladies, listen to this. This is what you sound like.
And you don't do this, and you do that, and I just leave.
Just leave. Yes, just leave.
Just leave.
All right, he looking like Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch right here. All right, just leave. Look at his face right here. This is the painful face when you realize all men pay. All men pay. This ninja aging right in front of us. All right, he's aging right in front of us. Look at him. He done turned into an old man just thinking about bitch babble.
Just leave.
Yeah, just leave. Yes, exactly. Just telling them what to do, and they don't listen to any of the advice. Yes. All right. Anyway. All right, here we go right here. Straggle Sniggle Theater. We have a very attractive woman. I'll give you a preview right there. Look at that. All right, that is a beauty.
Oh, the humanity.
All right, she has something to say about you bum-ass ninjas. All right, you bum-ass ninjas, she got something to say right here. And basically, she's saying she got an ATM between her legs.
I looked at it as I have an ATM between my legs, and I'm just using it. All I got to do is put my card in, and that's it. And put the PIN number, and boom, money.
All right, she got an ATM between her legs. Why does she say that? Well, she said, broke men are flooding the dating pool. Oh, my goodness. All right, take a look at this right here.
Can't you get it through your thick skull that I'm broke?
All right, she said, broke men are flooding the dating pool.
It never ceases to amaze me how many broke men I meet while dating. The amount of broke men who are dating, your focus should be on getting a better job, going to school, getting your money up.
Okay.
Your financial plan is instead coming up on a woman with money. I don't like that.
Oh no.
Wow.
Oh, okay, he said, wow, yes, indeed. Listen, she's not lying, all right? They are flooding the normie dating marketplace, all right? Dating apps, Tinder, Bumble, Cold Approach. They are, I will say this, she ain't lying. But, you know what I mean, this might not be the right messenger. We might not, you can hear it from me, but this isn't that's not it. All right. Probably should have had somebody else record this video because this ain't the one. I mean, this ain't a good look. Let me see here. This ain't a good look at all. I mean, let me see if I can find an actual other picture of her. Oh, I did find her social media site. There she is right there. It does happen for sometimes. And why are you worried about any man at this particular point? You need to get some braces and an exercise program and possibly do something with that hair. I mean, this is not a good look. She is telling the truth, but this ain't the one. This ain't the right messenger piranha head looking ass. All right, 100%. Man, I mean, all you're probably gonna ever deal with is broke guys. Let's just call a spade a spade. All you're ever going to deal with is broke guys. So I'm just here to tell you, ain't nothing you're going to possibly ever deal with. You're never gonna deal with a guy that has his money right. It's never going to happen. Just judging from the way you look like you can give me at least about 8 rebounds a game. Definitely 8 rebounds a game, man. We need to work on what you need to work on. Why don't you worry about yourself? I'll get the men together over here. I'll get them together over here. Let me do my job. All right? Let me do my job. All right? You do your job, I do my job. All right? You stay over there and you get your life together. I got my life together. Now I can tell, brothers. All right? But you ain't getting nothing but broke niggas. You're going to be frustrated all your life. All your life. All right, name the city she's from. I got New Jersey. I got Trenton, New Jersey, or Newark, New Jersey. I mean, look at that face. Look at that body. I definitely got Trenton, New Jersey. I'll roll the dice. Maybe Newark. Yeah, I got Newark. Or possibly Rochester, New York. That's what I got on it right now. Right, she talking about. All right, remember I showed you this real quick, guys. Remember I told you this strag right here that smashed the girl over the head with a baton after she was losing a race? All right, there she is right there. Whoa, look at that. Assaulted the girl and smashed her with a baton. All right, so there it is right there. Remember this strag? Well, the news has caught up with the young lady. And let me just tell you, she jumped on Al Gore's internet and she started playing the victim. Okay? All right, she's playing the victim, guys. And this is one reason why I just don't believe women in tears. I've told you guys as men, when I see women crying and talking, she's lying. All right? I automatically think she lying. The only way I think she ain't lying is if she incapacitated and they said, oh, some dude took her, knocked her out. All right, I'm like, damn, all right, she incapacitated. Other than that, if she crying, she lying. So I'm not persuaded by tears. So this woman came up here. This is the woman who did the beating. And now she's on Al Gore internet lying to the American people, taking no accountability for her actions. Let's take you to it right here. This is the young lady right here. Let's play the video right here. All right, hold on for a second. Let me refresh it. All right, hold on for a second. Here we go right here.
He has feelings. So you're physically hurt, but you're not thinking of my mental, right? They're going off of one angle. A couple times hitting her, my baton got stuck behind her back like this, and it rolled up her back. Oh. I lost my balance, and when I pumped my arms again, she got hit. I know my intentions, and I would never hit somebody on purpose. They're assuming my character, calling me ghetto, racist slurs, death threats, all of this just because of a 9-second video. Everybody has.
Wow. Look at this. Hey, man, when they say whip, and nobody checked this bitch, of course, the smoke detector, the nigga smoke detector, chirped right on time. The smoke detector determined that's a lie. She got on and bruh, her mama didn't snatch her wig off. See, this is what's happening to these puss-ass parents out here. Know they kids lying they ass off. This bitch got up there and lied. Oh, my baton got stuck up under her arm. And when I was running, I was following through and it just hit her. You on camera. Where's Bill Duke at? Where's Bill Duke at? All right. Got the smoke detector chirping. This is a moment in nigga history right here. This is a great moment in nigga history. Her parents lied to. This is an absolute disgrace.
Feelings. So you're physically hurt, but you're not thinking of my mental.
This mental health motherfuckers. She said, so you're physically hurt, but I'm mentally hurt. You're not worried about my mental. These people take mental health way too far. I tell you, these people take mental health way too far. You literally said, well, so she got hurt on her head and a concussion, abrasions, bruises. All right. But my mental, you're not worried about my mental. What? Yo. Hey, man, no more. No more. I can't deal with these people, man. This is absolutely a disgraceful performance. And she'll never learn.
Right. They're going off of one angle.
One angle. You're going off of one angle. And every time they be crying and lying, looking sideways like this, bitch, you lying. You lying. They going off one angle.
A couple times hitting her my baton.
A couple times hitting her baton.
Got stuck behind her back like.
It got stuck behind her back. Maybe we can see the video.
Like this, and it rolled up her back.
Oh, it rolled up her back. All right, yeah. It got stuck like this, and then it had rolled up. What had happened was, she ran too close to my lane. All right, and it got stuck like this, rolled up her back, and what happened as you were running and following through? She got hit with the follow through.
I lost my balance.
I forgot about that part. She lost her balance. I don't see none of this.
Then when I pumped my arms again.
And when you pumped them arms, what happened?
And she got hit.
She got hit. She got hit. All right, I didn't hit her. She got hit. Oh, Jesus. Woo-wee. No. You going to jail, Beesh.
No, my intentions, and I would never hit somebody on purpose. They're assuming
I would never hit someone on purpose. I can see you clearly hitting someone on purpose. I can see it. It's just one angle, though.
Character calling me ghetto.
You're ghetto. I mean, you don't realize it. You can take the nigga out of the ghetto, but can't take the ghetto out of the nigga.
Racist slurs.
That's including me.
Death threats.
I didn't do that. All right.
All of this just because of a
By the way, you lying about the death threats.
9-second video.
A 9-second video does not reveal my character. Does not reveal my character.
Everybody has feelings. So you're physically hurt, but you're not thinking of my mental, right? They're going off of one angle. A couple times hitting her my baton. Got stuck behind her back like this, and it rolled up her back. I lost my balance, and when I pumped my arms again, she got hit. I know my intentions, and I would never hit somebody on purpose. They're assuming my character, calling me ghetto, racist slurs, death threats, all of this just because of a 9-second video.
And when all else fails, pull out that race card. You know what I mean? You be like this. You be like, damn, I'm in trouble. Let me see here. What's in here? Race card. Racial slurs, death threats. This makes me really question anything that happened prior to 1950. I mean, I don't know. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. There's been some things that have happened that now in retrospect, I look back and I be like, for niggas. Like Rosa Parks. Now that we know the whole Rosa Parks story, it's like, well, that's not what you said. For like 30, 40 years, I was thinking she didn't have a car. She got off work and they kicked her off the bus and put her into the back and her feet were tired. She was a seamstress. Then I grew up, you know what I mean? And figured out that that wasn't the story. Her husband had a car. There was another teenage woman that happened, Claudette Colvin, who was pregnant by allegedly a white old man pastor. and you guys orchestrated the event. Oh, okay. All right. And it never happened that way. Oh, you rode 40 buses for it to happen once. That's a little different. That's not the same. All right. That's not the same as this innocent woman coming home with a bag of groceries, feet tired after working hard, and got kicked off the bus. Okay. That's the different story. All right. It's a completely different story. So I look at some of these events historically and be like, you know what I mean? And then they just race card. Oh, you can't say anything about it. All right. Anyway, that's Straggle. It's Niggle Theater.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right?
All right. It wasn't her fault. It wasn't her fault. It was Jermaine's fault. Yes, it was Jermaine's fault.
It is all Jermaine's fault. It's always Jermaine's fault.
All right. Anyway, it's never their fault. We got Crime and Law CGA. Interesting story about a football player for the Kansas City Chiefs. His drag girlfriend tried to get him arrested. And she did get him arrested, but a district attorney did not prosecute this arrest. And we're going to find out why. All right. Legendary Manosphere content creator Jay the Black video will be played here to provide us some context and detail. But until then, we'll get back to the show. All right, let's see here. That's the chefs. Shout out to Lamont James. Aaron the Plumber, a.k.a. the Ninja Turtle, was seen in a viral video where he got spat on by a guy bigger than him, pause, after he turned around from confronting him. Supposedly the guy is from L.A., Is this how your people get down, sir? Is this a new video? My goodness, this guy, man, he's probably not going to be alive very, very, very longer. All right, let's see here. Okay, I got him knocking out a streamer. He then got in a fight with a tranny. All right, okay, I see him knocking out someone in a boxing match. I don't know. Is there a new viral video? All right. And I can't really show fights. So that guy has some issues. Aaron the Plumber has some issues. All right. Anyway. All right. Shout out to you. Somebody will have to share the video. I haven't looked at locals this afternoon, so I got to check it out. Huh. Oh, let's see. He's a rap. Well, he's always probably been a rapper. Man, that guy is, I don't know, man. He seems very toxic. So I'm going to stay away from that guy. All right. And then didn't MTR's career almost go up in flames? Trying to interview him. Caping for that goofy. All right. What do we got here? I got some interesting stories. It was at Ray J's house. Okay. Yeah. He's too emotional. He's the type of guy that definitely gets shot, stabbed, just because he can't control his own behavior. What do you think about women who lie about being domestically violated? He was abusive and or assaulted. What do you think of people like this? Should they go to jail? False accusations. We got a false alligator coming up here, and I'm gonna pull up her information here. Let me see if I can pull up her information. We got a false alligator. Should false alligators face the same penalty as they would the accuser if they were guilty? All right, if they were guilty. Let me see if we can pull up his girlfriend here. We're getting to Crime and Law CGA. Should they go to jail too if indeed they filed a false allegation? Well, here we go. We got Black Love right here. Let's take you to it. I got Crime and Law CGA here lined up. All right, let me change the banner. All right, Crime and Law CGA. All right, this guy right here, Xavier Worthy. This is his girlfriend right here. There he is playing for Texas. He's got a nice little black African-American woman. She looks to be a track and field star too. And both of these people are young. I believe he's 21 years old, and he's a rookie for the Kansas City Chiefs. He did have a contract and some sponsorships. Possibly he might lose those, or he was set up to lose those, all because his girlfriend, well, I'm not going to give it away, But he proposed to this young lady right here. This is the black love that y'all talk about. And of course, young people, they're going to do what young people do. Highly emotional, sensitive. We do have a mama's boy right here. Is this the boyfriend? This might be his mom. So where's his daddy at? Where's his daddy at? All right, so let's see what we got here. We got a young girl who's got her opportunity of a lifetime. They're dealing with millionaire niggas. And for some reason, it doesn't matter. You a ninja. You don't matter if you a millionaire ninja or you a broke ninja. They still tend to treat you like ninjas. Okay? And you just a ninja to them. You another ninja. All right? And this is a guy who Jada Black is going to say, Travis Hunter. Right? This guy got her because he was Xavier, what's his name? Not Xavier Woods. Worthy. All right? He got with her. Look, let's take a look. He only got that type of girl because he was going to the NFL. You see what I mean? I don't think she's with him like Travis Hunter is with that one girl. I only think she's with him because he's Xavier Worthy, and we can prove this. This is to be proven. But guys, it doesn't matter. When you got money and you're just young and goofy and lame, you're going to do wild shit like this. Wifing up Strags. She's from Fresno, or he's from Fresno. I'm not sure. Well, let's give you the dirty details of this story. The Kansas City Chiefs, a wide receiver, Xavier Worthy, won't be charged after arrest in Texas. This is according to the district attorney. Let's give you the story. Williamson County authorities have declined to press charges against Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Xavier Worthy. Worthy, a former Texas football player who has an address in Austin, the suburb Georgetown right here. He was arrested Friday. He was booked on assault against a family or household member by impeding their breathing or circulation, which is a third-degree felony. Now, there was a WNBA player that did the same thing to an NBA player from the Houston Rockets. I know the girls or sisters, they claimed up and down that he was abusive. And then later on, after he lost his NBA position and went to the G League, these strags came out and said, oh, he really didn't choke me. Okay, he really didn't choke me. So he done lost his spot. Then they come out here, oh, I was emotional. I was mad because he came home late. Bullshit. So it says right here, he was going to get a third-degree felony for choking a bitch out. And the district attorney, his name is Sean Dick. Uh-oh.
Hey, yo, chill, son. Hey, yo.
On Saturday evening, told the Statesman that after speaking with multiple witnesses, his office is not accepting the case at this time, which is rare. A whole nigger served up on a platter in Texas, and they don't execute the nigger. They don't embarrass him, perp walk him, drag him through the whole thing. All right. So there has to be a major reason why they declined to press charges. And so let's take it to this gentleman here first. Let's take it to the legendary Jada Black. How about we do that? All right. Let's give Jada Black his props here. You guys don't know who he is. He's a legendary streamer. He's been here long time. His channel is Jada Black. He has a lot of other channels as well. He has covered this case, and so we're going to listen to what happened and why the district attorney declined to press charges. Anybody can get that work right here.
You have a 21-year-old rookie, NFL rookie, Xavier Worthy, who has a fiance who's 24. Her name is Tia Jones. And they had a very interesting start to their relationship. It kind of mirrors Travis Hunter, because apparently when he DM'd her before, she ignored him. She had no interest in him until she moved to Texas. As a matter of fact, it's all in this particular article here. If you don't believe me, look at the title here. Now we're gonna get to that. We're gonna peel back the layers. Oh my God, man! Listen. Man, the details of this relationship, man.
Tell us.
Apparently,
okay,
according to reports, Xavier Worthy was arrested due to a incident. This is what the initial report said, that apparently he cut off the circulation of someone where they lost, circulation. Well, apparently he must have choked or tried to strangle somebody. That's how they made it seem. But they never revealed the identity of the person that this was apparently done to.
Okay.
But now we know that it was, well, the allegations that it was Tia Jones.
All right. So let me stop right there. She's 24, he's 21. I mean, this is what we're talking about. When an older man is with a younger woman, they're like, oh, he's going to manipulate her. He's going to take advantage. But these athletes have these apex predators chasing them down for the bag. All right. But we're going to find out. This is a false alligator. All right. And I know 24 and 21 are the same age, but let's just be honest. If he was bagging groceries, she would do nothing with the guy. We already know this. She would have nothing to do with him. All right, so we got an apex predator here. Let's see what happens.
You want to know why this could have happened, even though him and his lawyers, and we'll get to what the lawyers said, because they are vehemently denying this. He's vehemently denying this, even though he got arrested. Apparently, she put hands on him. She put hands on him. Think she may have took out some of his hair. And he wanted her out of his house. Now, this is his fiance. You know why he wanted her out of his house and she refused to leave?
Why?
Because he caught her cheating on him.
Oh no. Oh no. All right, damn. Hey. Typical Strag move. I mean, we saw this earlier with DDG. All right, we saw this earlier with DDG and DDG's sister, who got caught cheating in front of all of her relatives, and the dude tried to help himself, and nobody would have helped him. And she threw a fit. So when you catch a girl cheating, it don't matter. She then turns to this. So now we have a false alligator getting caught because she got caught with her hand in the cookie jar. So again, what do I tell you guys? Dude, it's hard to trust women, especially women that you would consider attractive, that has a nice body, reach on social media, has status. You can't trust them, bruh. And especially when you young and dumb and in love. So you are engaged to a woman that was getting dicked down, or allegedly getting dicked down by somebody else. All right, she in the DMs. She out here probably selling some punani to high-end men. I'm going to just tell you, man. I mean, track stars don't make a lot of money. And I say that allegedly. But she getting her cheeks clapped, allegedly, and got caught. All right, caught with her hand in the cookie jar.
Gotcha, bitch.
Caught with her hand in the cookie jar. And you flying this bitch all around the world. Looking like a damn fool at 21. Wow. And this is what happened. He caught her and she said, oh, no, you ain't. Look, buying her watches, upgrading the bitch. Upgrading the bitch. And you done cut off all your hoes. Upgrading this strag. Oh, man. This is why I don't get, guys, I don't get this in 2025. I don't get this. My girl likes me. All right, my girl will never do that. Not my girl. Dude, just rent these girls out. Just lease them out, man. I know you have a hard problem with this. Not my girl. She ain't going to do it. She down for me. Rent these. Like, if you want a woman like this, she's got a great body. She's fit. She's a good-looking woman with a face full of makeup and her extensions. Just rent this bitch out and put her back out there. You done spent way too much money on this woman upgrading a bitch. You done spent way too much money upgrading her. Just lease and release. Lease and release. Even if you have her for a long time, a year or two. No last name, no nothing. You're a professional athlete with $16 million contract coming around the corner. And you upgrading this bitch and she talking to somebody else. At least one other person. You guys got to stop with this. Yes, you're a girl. Yes, you're a girl. Ninja, you ain't got enough dick, no clout. You ain't got enough status for it. Keep a girl. It's only a matter of time. Let's see if there's any other juicy details about this.
He hired a private investigator. Now, this is a 21-year-old football player.
No.
A lot of these young NFL, NBA players are so cocky and arrogant, they don't think their women cheat on them. Well, apparently he caught her cheating on him. He wanted her out of his home. She refused to leave. And there must have been some situation that happened. And she put hands on him. According to him, he says he have all the evidence and information that she put hands on him, but he refused to file charges.
Oh, no.
And you know what happened?
What?
She filed charges on him and he gets arrested. See, gentlemen, Xavier, you were smart enough to hire a private investigator, which you really shouldn't have had to do that, but you felt, Xavier, in your heart that this heifer didn't love you back.
Exactly.
You loved her more than she loved you.
You more, bruh, what do I tell you? They gotta love you more than you love her. But you over here, shout out to you, that's Allegiant Stadium when they was getting their ass handed to them by the Raiders. Nah.
Nope.
You had to, at 21, hire a private investigator to investigate if your girl wasn't cheating on you, bruh. You got to be kidding me, bruh. Oh my goodness. And then guess what? You didn't even press charges against her. She put hands on you and you was like, I ain't gonna press charges. All right. You tried to fight her off. She tried to slap you, which is a violation. That's an assault and domestic violence. You said, nah, I'm good. Tried to talk it out to her. You went to sleep and then woke up with the police knocking at your door.
Straight jacket.
You didn't get her. She says, it's kill or be killed. It's eaten or be eaten. So you didn't press charges, but she said, I'm going to press charges. And she sat up there and started to thought and plot. She sat up there, she thought it, she plotted, and sent your ass to motherfucking jail. Woo, woo. Wowzers. You can, man, I'm going to tell you, man, you guys got to listen to me when I tell you this. You got to listen to me when I tell you this. You got to listen to me when I tell you this. Anybody can get this work. The power of love is real. And you guys think that these women can't do evil shit to you. And I'm just telling you, I don't know what woman is going to do evil shit to you. I have no idea, right? It's a gamble. You're rolling the dice because you think that you're going to be able to find out which woman is going to do evil to you. I don't know, man. I'm just trying to tell you, dude. I'm just trying to tell you, you don't know. I mean, you might be able to see red flags, and red flags, sometimes red flags can be green. I have no idea. But I'm telling you, when you're dealing with women, you just don't know when you can get God out here. You can get God easily.
Gotcha, bitch.
Easily. They can do it easily. So for the women here, I wouldn't do anything like that. Guys, how do you know? The only way you protect yourself is to deal with them on a business level. And that doesn't mean pay them. But what I'm saying is treat them like a business. But our ego won't tell us. I got a fine girl. She down for me. And you can't tell what the fuck's going on. And any woman could cheat at any point. Because they have, especially when they're young. By the way, more women cheat before the age of 30 than more men do. So they have the options. They're young. They're attractive. They have options. They're on social media. They're not really working like that. So they do have options to get to cheat on your monkey ass. They do. But you thought she loved you, man. Men are in love. Women are in business. Men are in love. Women are in business. And I know if you're in a relationship now, all I can tell you is, nigga, just keep living, bruh. Just keep living. You don't know, man. You just don't know. And you never will. Okay, they can all set you up for the okie doke. They can all press charges on you. Have you lose your shit and then come out, I sorry. Can I has hug? Can I has hug? Yeah, one girl was his mama, and you could tell she had that nigga when she was a teenager. All right. All right. So you can't really tell because she does look youngish. But she definitely had him as a teenager, but where's his daddy? Hey, Xavier, where's your poppy at? All right. I might be the pappy of this chocolate.
I'm Peppy.
All right. I would fold up, hey, mom. All right. On a slow Tuesday, I will fold up mama like a love letter from the second grade. She definitely looked like typical NFL story. Mama has baby by Pookie. Mama has baby by Pookie. Pookie doesn't stick around. Mama raises the kid up. This nigga learns how to chase rabbits around Florida, and he becomes the fastest nigga in Miami Gardens. And then all of a sudden, he gets a scholarship. All right, but Mama can get this work. But of course, here's the deal. Mama don't warn them about these apex predators. Now, there is a football player that the mom, who is the football player? I think it's Jalen Daniels. What's his name? All right. Is it Jalen Daniels? What's the fucking guy's name? For the Redskins. Is it Jaden? Jaden. All right. That's definitely a single mama raised boy's name. Jaden. All right. Jaden Daniels' mama is like, she keeping all the hoes away. Right? She keeping all the hoes away. Jaden Daniels' mama is like, she ain't letting these strags ruin their son. But some of these mamas don't listen, or they don't prepare their sons. And guess what? He got. So gotcha, bitch. There's another guy that has a video on this, and he has a conversation about this as well. All right, here it is.
Man, the actions of pro sprinter Tia Jones are disgusting, and she needs to be in jail. But I made a tweet about her recently because she got Xavier Worthy, my twin brother, sent to jail for some shit that he didn't even do. And then she tried to extort, bro, and ruin his career. He got a $16 million contract. She tried to get that taken away.
Damn.
Because she got caught cheating.
Damn.
So I made a tweet. I said, old girl cheated on Worthy, was caught on camera, assaulted, bro, attempted to extort, bro, lied to the cops to ruin his career and his $13 million contract. When the news dropped, everybody was celebrating his potential demise. But now it turns out he didn't do anything and she did everything.
I'm going to tell you, domestic violence is one of those issues that I have a hard time believing women get domestically violated. I have a hard time, and I'm not just being an asshole. I just don't believe people. I don't believe people. When I hear about a woman that say, he beat me from pillar to post, he comes in and he kicks me and he slaps me and he throws an iPad at my head. As soon as I hear that, I'll be like, that shit don't even sound right. I've seen domestic violence when I was a young kid. All right. I've seen it with neighbors and relatives. I've seen people fight. Normally it's a fight and someone loses, and it's normally the woman. All right. So it's never really dude just come in, kicking the door, you fat, lazy bitch, and chokes her and elbows her to the head. I've never seen that. I've seen some dudes kind of be a little, grabby with their girl and order the girl around. I've seen that. I've seen women that were very introverted date a Pookie, and he treat her like shit. And I would say, I guess that would be more controlling domestic violence. I've seen that. I've seen guys that talk to their girlfriend and she was completely out of her league, but he must chokes and fucks her good and slaps. She must like it, because when they're out in public, I'll be like, damn, he talking reckless to her. I've seen that. But I haven't seen just bitches just getting, why I oughta, bang, zoom, you know what I mean? And choking a bitch and throw it on the bed, you stupid, fold my socks. I haven't seen this type of domestic violence. I've never seen it. It's hard for me to believe it happens. It's very hard for me to believe it happens, but I'm pretty sure it does. But it is very few. In fact, the statistics do not support that this happens. The statistics actually support that domestic violence, when it is both people, is instigated by the woman. That's what it is, suggests. And it's rarely one-sided from man to woman. It's more likely one-sided from the woman to the man, meaning that she does hit him and he doesn't respond. This is an example. So he's not giving her anything. She's scratching him, ripping his hair out, and he doesn't respond. If he does respond, that's what she wants, so she can press charges. And if he doesn't, so those are more likely to happen where the woman's the aggressor. Even though she's less likely to physically hurt him, the woman is the aggressor. I see that more often than not. Well, she'll punch him, kick him, scream, scratch, claw. I've seen that. And then once that happens, I've seen the guy whoop a girl's ass. I call that a fight. That's not domestic violence to me. That's both of y'all started a fight and one person lost. and it was predictable who was going to lose. I've seen that. I haven't seen dudes just whooping women's asses. I haven't seen it. Right? I have not seen that. That is so completely the most rarest thing. And you're more likely to find lesbians doing this type of shit than men just walking in, choking, and beating a woman. I just don't see it other than it being in a fight. She was fighting him, and then to get her off, he pushed her, shoved her, grabbed her by the neck, pinned her against the wall. And then she said, he choked me, he did this. That's what I'm more likely to see. Okay, so what happens now? He says, send the filthy thought to jail. I agree. What should happen to this false alligator?
Send that filthy thought to jail. And just like she was trying to ruin his career, Adidas running pulled the plug on that night crawler. These bitches gotta start taking some accountability for their actions. Oh. You can lie on a motherfucker and ruin their career, but luckily you were caught on camera, and that's the only reason he free. Okay. If it wasn't for camera and technology, he would probably be sitting in jail and everybody be clapping and cheering. Yep. But bitches like this get to do whatever and then walk free. Facts. With no consequences once it's all over with, because he ain't gonna press charges. He already said he wasn't pressing charges on the hoe. But when motherfuckers get to doing shit like this, you gotta be real stiff on a bitch.
Ooh, man. Tell him. He said stiff on a bitch. All right, you gotta be real stiff on a bitch. Apparently there's camera view. All right, I'm seeing if there's any footage there. All right, not a shock. And somebody said, there it is right there. He thought it was serendipitous meeting him in person there. All right, so he was in love. Yeah, he was in love. And the love of his life he found was cheating on him. And he knew it. Hired a private investigator. Boy, oh boy. Speaking of, let's get to the next story. Crime and Law CGA, DDG. If you guys don't know, he is a YouTuber, rapper. I think he's a social media Twitch streamer more than a rapper. He was the one who got the woman pregnant named, which one is it? Chloe? It is it Chloe Bailey or Haley Bailey? Might be Haley. Okay, we don't know. Okay, Haley Bailey. Let's go ahead and pull up DDG and Haley Bailey. Haley Bailey, was that the one getting her cheeks clapped on the video? All right, because I definitely would love to see her. All right, here it is right here. Haley Bailey, one of these promising young woman, colored woman, who she has a sister named Chloe. I think they sung at the Super Bowl or something. Didn't they sing at the Super Bowl? Well, anyway, they had a very promising career, but what does she do? She gets knocked up, child out of wedlock, carrying before Mary, and it's a guy like this. All right, it's a guy like this. So there we go right there. She gets pregnant by him. And of course, everybody is like, oh, damn, how did they make that happen? But guess what happens, guys? She gets pregnant and they break up less than a year later. She was in The Little Mermaid. All right, less than a year later, they break up. Okay, not surprising. And it gets worse for DDG. DDG now addresses previous tweet about not seeing Halo. All right, it says, behind closed doors, I have not seen and have not been able to see my son. All right, here we go. Here we go right here. Whose daddy is this?
I'm Pepe.
All right, so let's play the video. This is the couple. Now he's dealing with, according to him, parental alienation. She's keeping the child away from him. Guys, this typical, I don't know why we let this happen. All right, but dude, her family members, her sister, this is why I tell you, man, they have blood on their hands. Her whole family is participating in keeping this child away. They do this shit all the time. So we got a baby mama terrorist. She got the sperm from him, straight jacked the sperm, okay?
Straight jacket.
This is why y'all talk about Dr. Umar, and you got a whole deadbeat mama out here, Haley Bailey.
Now, if y'all don't see me with my son every day, y'all know I stream every day. Every day I don't see my son, I'm going to number it. Let's see. I know she going to let me see my son now. This is the only way. Behind closed doors, I have not been able to see my son. Only if we on perfect terms and she around is cool. But if we not, I don't get to see him.
I don't know why people don't take these bitches to court. I mean, like, come on, guys. You don't have to put up with this. Oh, well, listen, I know people say don't fight, wash your hands, and all this shit. If you want to see your son, take her to court. Get that 50-50 custody. You'll get it. But these typical baby mama strags, especially in the black community, do this, and then they say he left. The dad left. He didn't fight for the kids. He wasn't around. He a deadbeat. I'm here to tell you, most of the fathers haven't been deadbeats. It's been a complete lie. There have been some deadbeat daddies out here. But guys, this is a lie. They're going to do it. The mom's going to do it. The grandmother's going to do it. The sister's going to do it. Her cousins, her whole entire family. And we've seen this happen. Guys, and then they're going to say he didn't come around. He didn't reach out. He didn't reach out to the kid. Okay? He left.
I don't care to do girl content, whatever the f. That has nothing to do with anything that's work. That has nothing to do with me wanting to be around my son, like whatsoever. I don't give a fuck who she fucking, who she talked to, who her is, who she fucking filming movies with. I don't give a fuck. I care about my son. That's all I care about. Literally, that's all I care about. And when that's taken from me, she know that's the only way I get frustrated. That's the only way she can get under my skin, because I don't care what she does. We haven't been together. Now, if y'all don't see me waking up every day, working, dealing with this shit on the same breath, nobody will really know. And she got this golden image that I've also protected. And I'm like, all right, cool.
Guys, girls like this are strags. I don't care what they look like in the public. All right. She's a strag. All right. You can tell she's a strag. I don't care. She's just a famous strag. All right. Oh, she's got a golden image. She's super nice. She's in a Little Mermaid. All right. Which shouldn't have been made. The Little Mermaid is a white woman. All right. For sure.
Where the white women at?
All right. They made this nigger child a Little Mermaid. All right. Ain't nobody caring about that shit. All right. But she out here acting like a strag.
I'm going to keep doing that because I'm a real. But this is foul, bro. Like, if I want to come get my son, I should be able to get my son. Plain and simple.
She wants to control you. She wants to control you. They don't have nothing better to do than play these reindeer games. So soon as you give them the power to do this, guys, let me just tell you, if you want this situation rectified, take her to court. Take her to court. You don't need permission to take her to court. Just go file the case. I'm the father. I don't see the kid. I want such and such custody. You're going to win. She's going to come in here and lie on your dick. She's going to lie and say you do drugs. She's going to say you got bitches on social media half naked. She's going to come in there and lie. None of that matters. It does not matter. Don't be scared of that shit. Now, if you sold drugs and you got pictures of you hitting a bong, I told you niggas to stay away from the weed. But if you got that on your social media, clean that shit up. Go file the case. You're going to get whatever you ask for. Unless you're a criminal. You're going to get it. They have no choice but to let you get it. They don't have a reason. But what guys will do, especially you Negro men, you guys will think the mom has the power. Well, she won't let me see him. Anytime I try to, and she say, I need to bring $1,300. And she say, I got girls on my social media. I don't give a fuck what she says about what you do and what you don't do in your life. She don't have no right to keep you away from the child. And there's nothing she could do. Just take her ass to court. Okay, straight to court. All right, she don't let me see him. And she won't let me see him. Straight to the motherfucking courthouse. That's if you want to see your kid. If you don't want to see your kid, all right, and yes, you're going to pay child support, you goofy ass motherfucker. See, you guys want me to give you the perfect scenario. She might pay you child support. Take her to court if you want to see your kid. You don't ever give, guys, I never once, in 13 years of custody with my baby mama terrorist, I never once asked her to see the kids. Not one fucking time. I always circumvented her. I always went over her head. I always followed the court order. I always took her to court. Okay, you don't want, okay, take you to court. I ain't going to ask you to see my kid. And I ain't going to fight and make a scene. I ain't going to knock on the door. Can I see my kids? Not one time. I never gave her that power. Now, that made her pissed off because I was taking her power away. So the bullshit ain't gonna stop, but at least you get to see your kids. Okay, I never once said, can I see my kids? Not one motherfucking time, and I refuse to ever say it. So if she wants to harbor the kids and keep them away, I'm like, okay, bitch, all right, I'm going to just take you to court, all right? I'm going to just take you in, all right, and I'm going to win. Because you think you're going to lose. They're not going to give me my kids. It's your motherfucking kids. The courts want to see your dads involved. Now, here's the thing, DDG, do you want to see your son? Or do you want to see your son when you want to see your son? See, that's going to be the next question. He wants to be streaming and be out here with bitches and doing drugs. I don't know what he does. So you want to see the son when you want to see him and then put him back with the mom when you don't want to see him. See, now that's where you have a problem. So if you want to see your son, go to court, get your custody, and when you have your son, you ain't streaming. You ain't performing. You ain't cutting records. You're not staying out till 2 a.m. See, you want to see your son and drop the kid back off. Yeah, no, that's not how it works. No. You don't get to just see your son for a couple hours and drop him back off and go see bitches. See, you're going to have to change that, sir. And let me hold these men accountable. If you think you're just going to pull that off, she won't let me see him because you're only going to see him for 2 hours and give him back and be out there with these hoes. Nah, that ain't how you do this. That's not being a father. That is not being a father. So on her side, she said, nah, we ain't doing that. Okay, if you're going to see your kid and get custody, get 50-50 custody and hire a nanny, and so you can keep you doing your work. And yes, he can hire a nanny. She hires babysitters and nannies and grandmas and sisters and cousins and all of that shit to watch the kid when she want to go do movies and shit so he can have custody and hire daycare. Bitches want to love to do that. Oh, well, he just going to hire a nanny. Bitch, you hire nanny and daycare sitters too. Nope. So when he has the kid, he can hire a nanny too. That's what he wants to do with his kid. Right? They think that you can't get custody because you're going to hire a babysitter. Bitch, you do too. You hire babysitters all the time. What makes it different that when he has the kid and the kid is with a babysitter than when you have the kid and the kid's with a babysitter? I cannot stand these women who think they own the kid and they can tell me what to do with my kid on my custody time. When I have the kid on my custody time, I can do whatever the fuck I want to do with the kid within legal rights. You can't then tell me how to parent from over there. All right, well, he gonna put him in daycare. Bitch, I can put him on daycare on my parenting time just like you do. You do the same thing. What makes me say I can't do the same thing? Look. But I'm here telling him, if you want custody of the kid and you're going to fulfill the custody time, you can get it, but that's if you want it.
And I wasn't even coming to take him. Like today, I wasn't even going to take him out because he's sick. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going to just grab my son and go hang out with him downstairs.
Okay.
Me and her don't really speak like that. I'm like, all right, cool.
Never do that, guys. Never go to the kid's house or the parent's house, the co-parent, and hang out with the kid at their house. Never do this shit, bro. I'm taking the kid to my house. But DDG, you got to take the kid, your son, when the kid is sick too. That's part of being a parent. So just because your son's sick doesn't mean you don't get the not fulfilled custody, okay?
I'm going to take my son, go hang out downstairs, whoop. I'm getting kicked out. No.
See, that's why you don't... Jesus. So they kick you out of the house because your ass... Guys, You're at war with this person. Why sit up under them when they hate you? You dumb. Niggas are dumb. Ninjas are dumb. I can't help you, ninjas. You guys are absolutely pathetic men. Pathetic. He's not taking her to court. Stupid niggas. Hey, look, you get what you deserve. You get what you deserve out here. Keep getting played like a slave. You ninjas are pathetic. All right, yeah, DDG, if you don't take her to court, you deserve everything you get. She kicked me out the house. These niggas are so immature and stupid. You don't deserve to be a father at this point. Stupid. You guys move like second-class citizens your entire life and then complain about the system that you created. You nutted in her. You had a baby with this woman. You got praying mantis, and now your dumb ass acting like a second-class citizen all up on the internet complaining and crying and shit. And your goof ass is responsible for this. This is all your dumb ass fault. All right, you dumb ass ninja.
And it's all Jermaine's fault. It's always Jermaine's fault.
It just is dumb. All right, that's why. And let me waking you up, DDG. You got 20 fucking years of this bullshit. You got 2 decades of this bullshit, acting as stupid as you're acting. And good luck after 5 years. You're as good as cooked with this child. If you continue this for the next 5 years, you won't see this child for the next 15 motherfucking years. All right, you ninjas are absolutely dumb. All right. Dumb. You get what you deserve sitting there looking all pouty and shit. Look at this nigga. All right. What?
Like it's conversations where it's like the shit that's said to me is so if you heard it, it's on some leave us alone type.
Yep. They want you out of
I'm
there.
like, bro, waking up every day working.
All right, yeah, they don't want you there, guys. They're creating the conditions, and you're settling for it. Somebody said there's a clip of Blueface, of all people, telling him, look, been fighting to see my son for months now. Shout out to all the dads who try their best to be there. This shit sucks. Listen, I do appreciate that he's trying to be there, and I don't think he's fighting the way he thinks he's fighting. All right, I don't think so. All right, and especially you're not taking her to court. Forget about it, bruh. Take her to court. He said, you know, ninjas enjoy being the victim. They do. Ninjas love being the victim. You act like you can't control nothing, but ninjas talk the most shit. I'll do this. I'll do that. Then when it comes to actually doing it, y'all ninjas would tuck tail. Tuck motherfucking tail. Let them get away with all kind of goofy ass shit. All right. She won't let me see. This is this video right here.
What's good, y'all? It's not clickbait. I don't even like. Y'all know I like doing like skits and like just having fun on the internet. I don't really like talking about real life, but I feel like I have to, and it's getting to a point where I feel like I'm honestly getting. You know,
man, and they worry about men like me leading men astray, and you got men like this that have no good instincts or advice to take. All right, so Henry sent me a clip here. This is DJ Academics. DDG explains why he doesn't want to go to court over the child with Haley. Okay, here we go. I'm interested. Thank you, Henry, and to the brothers that suggested this clip. All right, here we go.
Two is because it's going to get extremely messy, and it don't have to happen. And it's going to get to a point where, nigga, it ain't no way. Appreciate that $5 gifted, Cardi. But it ain't going to go how I think it's in like her best interest to not want to go to court either. When we can just have a clear understanding. All right, cool. Like, I want to pick my son up, take him to dinner. If you really want him, I'll bring him right back. It's not a problem. We go to court, the judge gonna give me some time. And when I got the time, nigga, I'm gonna do whatever I want with my son.
Okay.
When y'all see me streaming with girls and shit, y'all don't never see my son around, do you? I would never do that. Ever. My content has nothing to do with me being a father. I purposely separate him from any of that. Y'all would never see any, like, I don't give a fuck if I'm dating a girl.
Okay, so listen. He said it's gonna get messy. Bruh, it's gonna get messy. Right? She's gonna be worse on you. She's gonna try to do all this shit. She's gonna pull out allegations. She might say some things that you don't want to know in court records. This is why you can't. It's why you can't do things with your girlfriend. Like, you got to treat them like a business, because if you start doing things behind the scenes and she knows about it, she's going to put it in court records. All right. And, you know, you got to keep stuff away from your wife. So now you're saying it's going to get messy. Yes, it is. And now you're saying when you have your kid, you're going to be honorable and separate your work life from your kid. What else you got, man?
You're not meeting my son. That's just how I am. That's disrespectful. I would never let that happen.
All right.
So I always separate him from that. But I don't want to go to court because it's going to make her unhappy.
Wow. Wow. There you go. And guys, this is why you get exactly what you deserve. You get exactly what you deserve. You more worried about her motherfucking feelings than yours. You more worried about her feelings and her happiness than getting custody of your kid. You slap yourself, nigga. Young nigga, slap yourself. All right, because when it comes to CGA, this is what I think about a beach. All right, this is what I think about my baby mom.
Bankhead. It wasn't from. Where you from, nigga? Everything y'all did. What it is? It been done. My true game, my shoe game. You can't touch that shit. Bitch that hollering about fuck me. Nah, fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. Bitch that hollering about fuck
my
me.
My baby mama.
Nah, fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. Bitch that hollering about fuck me. What up? Nah, fuck that bitch. 3. What you wanna do here? Bitch, I'ma float like Rubel. Still working on getting the cool clear. You ain't got none of my shoe gear. Red on the bottom right there, red. Shout the shit out of her hair red. Bitch, you ugly and bitch, you ugly. And both y'all hoes look scary. I don't wanna get married. Chick, you a bird, parrot. I ain't so good, these hoes like, boy, you get fat, eat salad. I'm riding around, no getting in, no bunking. Got your main bitch on my dick, shit, she ain't nothing. You like? Her hips fast, seen her walk past me like shit. She seen my Audemars, she try to touch that. I said, bitch. I bang hoes, riding the drop top rain road. I train hoes, I'm pimp, Trinidad Jane Cole. Westside, Bankhead. It wasn't from.
What's your baby mama?
Everything y'all did. What it is? It been done. My true game, my shoe game. You can't touch that shit. Bitch that holler about fuck me. Nah, fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. Bitch that holler about fuck me. Nah, fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. Bitch that holler about fuck me. Nah, fuck that bitch.
Hey, to all baby mamas, to all ninjas worried about their baby mamas gonna be unhappy, that's the song you play. Fuck that bitch. That's who cares about what she is. Who cares about her happiness? I don't care about her happiness. Fuck that bitch. All right? I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn about her feelings. That's my kid. That's her kid. Bitch could be unhappy, depressed. She could jump off a building and when she lose custody. I don't give a fuck about her. I give a fuck about my kids. That's what, because we're not together no more. Fuck that bitch. But of course, this ninja scared. Ninjas are scary, bruh. This ninja scared. She gonna be unhappy. So what? Fuck that bitch. I don't give a shit about her being happy. This is crazy, crazy talk.
Cause ain't gonna be no, I'm not getting no public defender. You feel me? I don't want to do that. And then the judge be like, we see, nigga, you a great ass dad. We never see this from black folks.
But they see black dads. They give custody all the time, guys. Y'all niggas pulling out the race car for no reason. Come on.
This is a rarity.
No,
Get
it's
this
not.
nigga the whole summer.
Summer? Nigga, get 50-50. Wowzers.
Now what?
Okay.
Like, we don't need that. When we can just be like, all right, cool. We get cool. Everything's smooth. Boom.
You're not. Jesus. You're not getting cool with her. This is your bitter enemy. This is your bitter rival. This is like Zelensky and Putin. And now you both got to parent this child. This is your bitter rival. No, we're not getting cool. All right? I'm not cool with my baby mama. Fuck that bitch. I'm not cool with her, and I never will be. All right? That's just how it goes. Hey, shit happens. That's the gamble you took. We're not going to get cool, sir. You're going to fuck that bitch. That's what you're going to do.
He ain't even got to be that. That's the reason I don't want to go to court.
Ninjas never take women to court, bruh. I mean, I get it. You never take women to court. Man, go trash that bitch in court.
But it is what it is, man. That's the life. That's the real life behind the entertainment, the content. I really don't care what nobody have to say. Half the people that were speaking on my situation in a negative way don't even have kids. They don't have kids. I seen there was a lot of people that...
Okay, but I have kids. I'm here to tell you. Take her to court, especially if you're in California.
That don't even like, you know... It's a lot of niggas that's...
Okay.
Not even like, you know what I'm saying?
What?
I get what I'm trying to say. I ain't trying to get canceled.
What? Okay, you listening to CGA. All right, I'm not like those other dudes.
But you niggas ain't gonna have kids.
Oh.
So how can y'all speak on my situation? I don't understand. Like,
I got kids, sir.
I just didn't understand it. It's like, I get y'all fans and stuff, but y'all making it worse by being irrational. Like, the shit y'all saying want to.
Yep, you cook, Ninja. Hey, bye-bye. Hey, okay. I felt sorry for you for a second, sir, but I don't anymore. All right. So he was talking about goofy Duke shooters. Niggas ain't gonna never have kids. Rainbow. All right, but he want to keep his sponsorship. But hey, I'm demonetized over here, so I can say pooter intruder. Somebody said, you need to get a DNA test on your child. Oh man, crime and law CGA out. Oh man, these niggas, man, I tell y'all some, it's a lost cause out here. It's a lost cause. We got the main event coming up. Let me catch up on any other support happening in the last couple minutes. Y'all cooked out here. Good luck. Between these two guys that we just seen, y'all cooked. Shout out to our Carter says, Google the triggerfish. That's what the woman looks like. On a serious note, that footage of you taking Junior on college visits is motivating. Despite the roadblocks about the court and the baby mama terrorists, you still bossed up and are bossing your young one up. Salute. Shout out to you.
Boss up, nigga.
Can I tell you something here? This is the secret of parenting. He wants me to pull up the triggerfish. All right. Oh no. Oh my God. All right, yeah. Is this it right there? The triggerfish. Yikes. Can I tell y'all something, man? Can I tell y'all something? As a parent, and parents make mistakes. Parents are perfect. Can I tell you something about parenting that I've seen within my own parenting and I've parented around hundreds of parents, and I also for 15, almost 20 years, I actually coached a lot of kids, and I've been dealing with those parents. Can I tell you something? You're either going to parent your kid when they're young or when they're older. You're always going to be a parent. Now, if you mess up when they're young, you're going to parent them when they're young and older. Here's what you have to hear me out on. And I'm seeing this evidently even in my own family. If you fuck up when they're young, you're going to parent them until they're 30 and 40. Okay? Now, if you do it well when they're young, provide them with all the opportunities, which single mothers rarely do. They really shortchange their kids by being just as shortchanged as to why they became a single mother and maintain that. If you do it right when they're young and give them opportunities to explore, and it'll be less parenting when they get older. It'll be less parenting. You don't have to do this because the world will teach them. You're giving them opportunities to learn. They'll learn. They'll make use of it. They'll tend to make use of it statistically, and they'll do better about themselves. Then they'll be self-supporting. But if you don't and you coddle them, protect them, and you don't teach them and you don't hand them over to the world with preparation, then they're going to be around you 25, 30, 35, 40, making mistake after mistake, and you bail them out. Just like this drag right here. Their parents are going to be parenting this woman because it's never going to be, it's everybody else's fault. It's her mental health. And then guess what? She's going to go out in the world and she's going to tell everybody that too. She's going to get beat over the head and come back. And then she's going to be 25 saying the same thing. 30 saying the same thing. In fact, I've seen a guy talk to me on one of the college tours. He said his daughter, first time out the box, he signed her up to go to school and she reneged after 1 week. All right. She basically said 1 week leading up to the school after they wrote all the checks. She said, I don't want to go. They let her get away with it. Let her take a gap year. And then guess what? She came back. She ended up trying to find her way. She ended up at another school with a scholarship, which was worked out for him. Now the woman's 25 and he's still paying for her. What do I tell you? A woman's going to need some man paying for her. So the father's still shelling out money to this daughter. Then, you know what happened? He found out she was using him. The daughter. This guy's telling me this. This father's telling me this shit. He just emptying the chamber on me at the college tour. He said he was talking to one of the daughter's friends at age 25. And the friend said, oh, she don't have to work. All right. And the dad, it was like a knife to his chest. He was like, what? Oh, she says she don't have to get a job because you're supporting her. And this is a black dad with his black daughter. Guess what? She using the dad. She telling her friends, oh, I ain't got to work. He paying all the bills. He put her up in an apartment. He's paying all the bills, paying the rent. And she's sandbagging, just chilling. And he said he pulled up her little credit card. She has an emergency credit card. And she just swiping away, shopping, going to brunch, lunch, all that shit. Yeah, red pill. And he's married and he had another kid. He was taking her on the tour. So what do I tell you? Some man supporting a woman here, especially under 30, 25. If you're wondering where she getting all this money from, it might be just the dad. It might not even be sugar daddy. But if the daddy ain't going to do it, it's government daddy. If government daddy ain't going to do it, it's sugar daddy. They always going to need a man to support them. And she don't give a fuck. This man is losing hundreds of thousands of dollars on this one woman. And I said, man, this might be time to cut her ass off. And the way he was like, he ain't going to cut her off. He ain't going to cut her off. He ain't going to cut her off. But here's my thing about parenting again. And I'm going to say it again. You either parent them right the first time, and we all make mistakes, or you're going to be parenting their ass until they're 30, 40, and 50. You're going to be bailing them out constantly bailing them out. So I do my best to say, hey, to my kids, I told them, I'm going to give you everything up front. If you fuck it up, it's going to be on you. If you get on drugs, I'm not going to be there. All right. If you crash out and have a mental health episode, it's on you. All right. I'm not doing it because I gave you every tool that you needed to be able to get you into your 20s and win. If you don't take advantage of it, don't look for me. Okay. That's how I parent. So I put that shit up front. Do not look for me. Do not play that CGA as a deadbeat. He don't care about his kids. He don't contact them. He don't never come around. You can play that shit if you want. But I did everything that I needed to do up front. If you didn't take advantage of it, that's your motherfucking fault. That's what I say. That's your fault. I'm not going to kick you out at 18. All right. But I'm going to tell you, man, if your ass think that I'm going to be bailing you out at 25 and 30, you out your rabbit ass mind. You're out your rabbit ass mind. I'm going on with my life. If you going to be stuck on stupid, you want to be stuck on stupid, it's going to be on your time and your dime. I ain't going to be there. Okay. Right here. I ain't going to be there. And don't try to guilt me at all. I did everything. I gave you every little advantage. I showed you the world. I gave you advantages. I put your ass in private school. I did this. I paid for your college. Get the fuck out of my face after that. Fuck out of my face. If you want to act stupid around here, I want to figure out life by myself. Go ahead. All right. But I ain't going to walk that walk to you. I'm telling you, look, If you get on drugs and you get on this motherfucking 12-step program and you want to have me up in there trying to heal your drug habit, I will not be there. I promise you, I will not walk that fucking drug addiction with you. It's all on you. Do not come to my house trying to steal my DVDs and VCRs, trying to steal my watches and my cars. Hell no. You get on drugs, you're living that shit out by yourself. And if I find your ass by the gutter, all right, it is what the fuck it was. All right, I tried. I ain't helping you pick that shit up. It is what it is. I did what I was supposed to do. Okay? Yep, I will disown your ass like Jackie Chan disowned his daughter. All right, fuck out of here. All right, that's how I do the shit. You don't have to agree to it, but fuck out of here. Right here. You ain't stealing my VCRs to sell it for crack. All right, nope. You will not know where I live. My security guards will know. Do not let this motherfucker in the door. All right, it's cold. I hand your ass to the world, fully prepared. If you fumble, it's on you, baby. It's on you, son. You fumble this shit, and nope, I ain't helping you. Right? You can go to your mama, but you ain't coming to me. All right, fuck that. I don't take care of adults. The only time I take care of adults is women that I'm fucking. All right, I'll take care of them. But, and I tell them this right up front. If you fumble this shit, don't contact me. Stay the fuck out of my life. All right, 100%. You're an adult now. Right? You're an adult. You better figure that shit out. Because you're going to need a parent now. Oh, what do I do now? All right, shit. What do you mean what you do now? All right, I gave you the book, playbook. You better figure it out. Let the world tell you. All right, anyway. But y'all be trying to do this. Y'all fuck up their kids. You don't raise them right. And then you try to then have to raise them right when they 25 and 30 while they working as an assistant manager at Subway, living in your fucking garage, smoking weed all day, playing video games. Hell, I'm going to tell you, bro, that ain't never going to be me. I ain't ever. Yep, I ain't paying for your therapy. I ain't paying for your drug rehab. I'm not paying for you to go back to school when you 29. Fuck out of here. It ain't gonna be me. He said CGA watching like, damn, that he know this already. He already been told this. He already knows, and he already didn't see me do this to another kid, so he know, oh, nigga. He already know, oh, shit, he'll cut somebody off? Yep, I will cut you off. I will cut your ass off fast, all right? And I will not feel guilty about it. All right, 100%. I don't feel guilty about it one bit. All right, that's still your kid. That's your mama, though. I don't give a fuck. All right? You ain't living here. You're not living here. Yep, you want to be out here doing all kind of shit, goofy shit? But that's still your mama, though. I don't give a rat's ass, bruh. If my mama don't act right, she can't stay here neither. It is what it is. All right, anyway, you shut off. Hey, look, I made all the sacrifice I needed to make. I ain't doing a double shift. I ain't doing no parenting until I'm 30. All right, still coddling your ass and still got you in the bedroom and still, begging you to do chores. Hell, not at 27. No fucking way. All right, you better go get you a sugar daddy. All right, it's boss up time, man. Y'all too weak on y'all kids, man. Y'all too weak on your kids. Okay? Y'all too weak on your kids, and your kid's still a kid at 27. Fuck that. This guy gonna die alone. Nigga, I planned on dying alone. What did you want me to do? Drive a bus off a cliff full of passengers? I'm fixing to die alone no matter what. I'm planning on it. I mean, everybody dies alone. You guys worried about dying together? All right, let me just take this time to go through an episode of Daddy dying with his family. All right, let me see here. Let's go through an episode of Daddy dying with his family. Here we go, right here. Let me see here. Let's give it to you right here. All right. All right, let's give you some heart monitoring beeps right here. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Daddy dying with his family. Oh, Father. All right, Father. You're the best father in the world. I hope you understand that you are unconscious and you can't hear our voice. Father, can you hear us? All right. I want to tell you how wonderful you are. You're the best father of all time, sitting in this hospital bed with machines and hoses attached to you. I'm going to make you proud, Daddy. Father, Father, I'm going to make you a proud daddy. I'm going to make sure your legacy lives on. I'm going to make sure the world remembers your name. I don't want you to go. We're not waiting for your life insurance or your trust fund or your will. We're not waiting for that. I wish you could live eternally. But Father, as you go and slip into a coma and we pull the plug on your monkey ass, I just wanted to say you were one honorable man. You were an honorable citizen to the world here. And Father, I just want to say that you were a wonderful husband to my mama. All right. And I don't want to see you go, but we'll carry on your banner and legacy and your family shield forever. Everything you did will not be forgotten. Dear Father, as you not hear us and you go to the burning, flaming gates of hell, I will continue the legacy of the free agent lifestyle. And I don't want you to go alone. So we're sitting here till you expire, until you die and shit on yourself all over the bed and piss. All right. And if you don't die tonight, we're pulling a plug on your ass by tomorrow. All right. So, Father, we're waiting for you to dookie on yourself and take your last breath. All right. This is how ninjas want to die. All right. Like you going to be there to experience this shit. All right. Anyway. Oh, my goodness. Is this what you call dying alone? All right. Is this what you're doing here? Is this your biggest fear? That they're not going to gather around your funeral and they're not going to fill up the church with a line around the corner. They're not going to play Biggie, Biggie, Biggie. Can't you see? There's not going to be a line. You're not going to have a crowd. Kevin Samuels died alone. He didn't have nobody at his funeral. Is this what you say? Is this what you're threatening me with? That my last 28 days in hospice, I'm going to be alone? Let me tell you something, guys. I actually have seen people that live in 55 plus communities. I've seen it because I have a relative that lives in one. Shit is bad. Family comes and sees you once every blue moon. They fly in, they come see your ass. Now, I'll go there on a Tuesday and I'll see these old people just lingering. Nothing to do. Niggas in wheelchairs, leg just kicking. They just staring at their phone. Relatives them left they motherfucking ass. You got to go to work. They got kids, sports events, soccer. And here they go in the 55 plus community, which is mostly really 80 plus. Just sitting there. Nothing better to do. They're in leisure world, a.k.a. seizure world, just motherfucking chilling. Nobody hanging around them for their last dying days, just sitting. And then like, oh, we got to go see Nana. All right, hi, Nana. We're just going to see your ass. You looking at the watch. All right, this has been enough time. This place is horrible. Smells like a hospital. I'm out of here. All right, they see Nana. Bye, Nana. And they just sitting there just, fuck. Can't work. Pissing on myself. You're waiting. You're living your life so you don't die alone. I mean, just say you did die alone. I mean, what is it, a month, a year? Yeah, this sucks. But I lived 88 years clapping 20-year-old cheeks at the JUCO. Right? I'm not worried about this shit. It will be miserable. It sucks. Trust me. But there's other like things in life that suck. Like having a kid, that's a piece of shit. All right. Yeah, that sucks. That's like 30 years of sucking versus 1 year of dying alone in the hospital. You want 30 years of sucking in life, or you want 1 year dying alone? What do you want? Y'all need to chill out, man. Telling me this crazy shit. I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. Shout out to the Ko-Fi supporter. We call him Cream Corn. He says we running things. It's a sponsorship too.
I'm rich, bitch.
All right, here we go right here. Cream Corn says we running things. Shout out to Miles, says, Coach, you had the best take on the DDG situation all day. Women aren't smart. The men are just stupid. He says he's saying it's going to get messy when it's already messy. These are the low IQ black men that are plaguing the community. He says, send it on these stupid ass ninjas. Keep preaching. F that B. F that B, man. Y'all are too scared of people, man. Look, bro, people come and go. People come and go. Stop worried about it holding on to these goofy ass ninjas. Who gives a fuck about people, man? People are flimsy. They fickle. And you holding on to them so you don't die alone. He says it was a troll, but it was a good opportunity to tell y'all. Y'all hold on to way too many flimsy people in your life. If you got money, go hire a Filipino nurse. You know how many Filipino nurses want to just be out here wiping your booty? All right. Hey, where the Filipino nurses at?
What kind of fuck you give me?
Filipino nurses will wipe your booty for $10 an hour. $10 an hour. All right, or less.
What kind of fuck you give me?
All right, as long as you give them a steady job. All right, she be like 4'8", 5'1". Filipino nurse would be like, good, he gave me a job. I love this man.
What kind of fuck you give me?
All right, Filipino nurse would come up in here and she'd be like this.
I cook, I suck, I shut the fuck up.
$10 an hour. All right. When all else fails, hire a Filipina. They're every fucking where on the West Coast. You can go over there to the Philippines, all right? You're never going to have your ass full of crust if you have a Filipino nurse. If you have a black nurse, all right? But as long as you got a job, Filipino nurse, like, I'm going to keep your ass alive. I'm going to keep you alive, all right? Because you're paying me. All right, but anyway, where's my Filipinos at?
I cook, I suck, I shut the fuck up.
All right, somebody wants the Ko-Fi link. No wonder. All right, I see what's happening here. I thought I had it saved here. All right, so here we go. I'm doing a free show today, apparently. All right, here we go right here. Get to the Ko-Fi. And we only got a couple more minutes, so. Face. All right, there it is right there. I met this little Filipino on the plane last night. She was so adorable. She was like 4'8". She was so adorable. All right, she was so motivated. She was so ambitious. I was like, you'll be my nurse in the future. Yeah.
I cook, I suck, I shut the fuck up.
All right, so anyway. Yeah, a black nurse will twerk on your head. The big boss man says DDG isn't surrounded by people with strong minds like yours. It's important to surround yourself with people with strong minds. And he also doesn't want to listen. It's clear he doesn't want to listen. So he doesn't want to listen. He's like, hey, I don't want to listen to this type of people. Well, DDG, you met your match, sir. You met your match. I am that guy. Lamont James says Xavier Worthy is a cold, young black man. He's a cold, young black man with women. And he says women like Amber Rose going to hop on a podcast and say these successful men want to be courted and pursued like women. The cycle continues. Women have too much leverage and experience in their primes. Way too much. Way too much. I think what men don't understand, I think men underestimate women. Like, yes, we get up in here and we show you clips of women doing goofy shit and sniggling and laughing at them. Now, this is not to say that women are dumb. They are survivalists. they are steep in manipulation. They will get your ass, guys. They will get you and make you look stupid and run circles around you when they're younger. I mean, when you're young and they're young, they manipulate you real well. And you think they're dumb and kind of weak and docile and silly, but they know what buttons to push and how to manipulate, and you're not ready for it. Most men aren't ready for it, and we learn the hard way. But they're good at it, and you underestimate them, and this is where you look stupid. And then you say things like, well, I ain't going to press charges on her, or I'm not going to take her to court. You're not learning how to fight with them. And the thing is, it's kind of like this. I put it like this, and this is why I'm down and cold and hard on women. All right, because women are women with a warmonger's brain. So it's kind of like you look at them and you're like, this woman can't hurt a fly, because they're in their woman body. They got their titties out, you know what I mean? They got ass. They kind of, hairless monkeys. They're weak and they're kind of like a woman, you know what I mean? They kind of uncoordinated and their reflexes are slow and they can't punch hard and they look dumb throwing a softball. You're like, look at this. But they got a mastermind up here. They're mastermind up here in the game of manipulation and survival. They're mastermind. They got a fucking lizard brain up here. They got a brain like a fucking T-Rex and a raptor. You don't know. Up here, they good. They got a brain on survival like a fucking lost creature, like a coyote or a wolf. Like them motherfuckers is masterminds up here. They look dumb doing shit and they look dumb fighting and arguing. But up here, them niggas will tie you in a knot. You can't underestimate them. So then this is what guys do. Oh, they're just women and they can't survive prison. They can survive prison. Take your fucking ass to prison. All right, let them go to jail, nigga. Well, who's going to do this and who's going to take care of them? Let them figure it out. They'll figure it out. Let them survive out there with the coyotes and the wolves. They'll do it. So I want men to understand, as much as this idea of that women are goofy, that's because they're in a body that they can't control very well and shit. You know what I mean? It's like the Men in Black guy when the alien got in the body and it didn't fit, and then you know who I'm talking about. This show is gonna go way too long. Let me see here. This is how I tell you how women are. You know what I mean? Like, hold on for a second. Shout out to the ladies watching me. This is how women are right here. They really, like, they got a brain. They got a master brain, but it ain't in a body right. It don't fit their body. So they be walking around trying to, doing shit, and they, coordination don't be working, and, they kind of look goofy fighting, and then when they fight and they bra come out, they titties be waggling. Like, it just look weird. You be like, look at this shit. Look at these. Look at these. But up here, though, they be thoughting and plotting evil shit. Evil, wild shit. And you guys underestimating them. You letting them off the hook. Well, it's just a woman. It's just a girl. Stop letting them off the hook, man. Oh, but it's a woman. Nah, bruh. Up here, she got a mastermind brain. She like Pinky in the brain. Stop letting them off the hook. Eric Sermon Scott in the building. Shout out to you. Chris Mack says, and please believe she gets freakier with the side ninja. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. She gets freakier with the side ninja. So the girl that had the football player, he found them text messages, and she was swallowing suckseed. All right, and he was pissed off. Let's see here. All right, shout out to you. Thank you. I'll send some feedback. I might not have time today. This show is going I'm about 20 minutes behind. All right, 20 minutes behind. Shout out to our brother Newski with the co-sponsorship. CGA, you to go. He says, give the most game and keep it the realest no matter the consequences. It's no way to repay you. You save us money and make us money. That's a co-sponsorship. Yes.
I'm rich, bitch.
Yes, I'm saving y'all. This information that I'm giving you is saving you. I don't want you to hate women. I just want you to take life seriously when you're dealing with them. All right, but when you're young, you're at a major disadvantage. This is why when dudes say, oh, I know how to you don't know shit, bro. Shout out to Mr. Ike Buike. You're a Nigerian brother. He says, Coach, that gaggling sound is legendary. I spit out my food every time. Them Manosphere goofies better not steal it. You know they gonna wait. What you know. Whoa. That's not the sound. It's this sound right here. Yeah, that sound right there. We'll know if they steal it because I edited that. 100%. Okay, I think I got everybody so we can continue with the show. Let me check. Tranisha is here. Tranisha is here. What does Tranisha have to say? I would love Tranisha's messages. Tranisha, you didn't say nothing. Damn, I'm disappointed. Dinero Tranquillo says, I have been a doctor for 20 years. Death is very anticlimactic. The patient usually dies before the family even gets there. Most patients have accepted their fate. Death and dying is romanticized. I can count on one hand how many people died with a lot of family around. That's a doctor. Shout out to you. That's a co-sponsorship. Listen.
I'm rich, bitch.
And death is a part of life. You just accept your fate. It is what it is. You know what time it is. You know when it's time to go. You know when you don't have it no more. And by the time the family's alerted, your family lives in Columbus, Ohio. You live in Seattle, Washington. They ain't making your death. They're not going to make it. Most of the time, you die in your sleep, right? You know what I mean? You just slip away. Most of the time, you know it's time to go, and you're in hospice, and you're like, nah, take me home. I'm going to die at the crib. And then they take you home. They go to sleep, wake up, you dead. All right? Just like that. Just like that. And guess what? Everybody that has lived has died. So you ain't getting around this shit. It's going to happen. Shout out to the doctor. It's just like childbirth, too. Right? Childbirth, your wife or your girlfriend's going to have a baby. And you tell everybody, all right, it's time. All right, the water broke. By the time everybody gets in, it's too late. The baby done came already. The baby's already delivered. Now they looking through the window. They done flew, booked their tickets, got off of work, booked their tickets. They missed the birth. Okay? Nobody standing around in the hospital. Like 50 niggas looking around waiting for the kid to come out. It's not like that. I've had 2 kids. I think one parent on each side has missed the birth. I think my second child, both parents missed the birth, if I'm not mistaken. On the second child, like both sets of parents came minutes later, just came in running through the door. Oh, we already had him right here. So. Yeah, man, people romanticize things and you're going to die alone. Dude, you know how many people slip off a ladder dead? People find them stanking. Who was the dude that just died? Gene Hackman died with his wife. And the whole damn family died. I think it was Gene Hackman in New Mexico. Right? Dead. And they said one person died before the other. One person was dead a week before the other person died. Like, come on, man. People find your ass. Some people get murked, all right? You dead alone, too. So don't romanticize this shit as you're just going to work and keep people around just so you can die together. I don't anticipate that ever happening. It would be nice, but yep, car accidents. I knew a dude, he was a coach at University of Nevada, and he was healthy. I had just talked to the guy. He was in our division. He was in our conference. And they said he had a car accident, bumped his head, and died in the car. Like, nigga, it wasn't even a hardcore. It was like a fender bender. But if something happened, it triggered something. He had a heart attack, dead. Talking about you, and you were waiting to not die alone, bro. You don't know how you going out. I knew a dude at the 55+ community. He was a very careful dude. But he walked into the elevator. Tripped, hit his head on the fucking wall, dead. They found his ass in the fucking elevator shaft. Just, right? Come on, man. Y'all be romanticizing and worried about shit that you can't even control, bruh. I ain't sitting around waiting for that shit. You know, and now I kept goofy ass people around, and they wasn't even around when I'm dead. All right. Oh shit, I want to die with people around. Nope. You're going now. Here we go, right here. So never fall for that goofy programming. Don't live your life in fear like that. Let's get to the main event. Let's do it. Okay, here we go. All right, main event. I can do better. All right, here we go right here. Main event. Tried to play Coochie games. Coochie games. What is Coochie games, guys? That's the title of the stream right there. But somebody will say, but coach, what is Gucci games? Coochie games. All right, let's show you what Coochie games. This is an old clip that we used to play of this woman. I don't know who this woman is, but listen to what she says. And this is a reminder to you men about leveraging options.
And if he loves you, he's going to understand that. But if you playing with a nigga who already got options, Coochie game's not going to work.
What will work with a guy who has so many options?
Nothing.
Nothing. I want you to hear this again, guys. Typically, you know, broke men, young men, you guys think you have options out here, but women are playing games with you. We've seen it with this guy right here. All right, women playing games with this Chad Roan. Okay, we see DDG getting games played on him, and they playing him for a fool. But really, when you have leverage and options, nothing.
And if he loves you, he's going to understand that. But if you playing with a nigga who already got options, Coochie game's not going to work.
What will work with a guy who has so many options?
Nothing.
Are you hearing me? Nothing works. So when you're arguing and you're doing this, she knows you love her. When I tell you, she needs to love you more than you love her, because she knows if you love her, she can play Coochie games with you. This is why this guy, the football player, getting played like a fool. He loved her too much. It happens, guys. We're not saying it doesn't happen to us. It happens to us, and you got to learn. You love her way more than she loves you. Okay, and you find out the hard way. Where's the couple here? You find out the hard way. Then all of a sudden, she played Coochie games with you, and you about to lose your career. Let's play it again. This is why we preach leverage and options. It's the hardest thing to do. It's the hardest thing to do.
And if he loves you, he's going to understand that. But if you playing with a nigga who already got options, Coochie game's not going to work.
What will work with a guy who has so many options?
Nothing. They got nothing. She didn't even hesitate. Nothing works. They just have to fall back. So what do we got here? This is a woman named Chantel Jackson. All right, she is previously linked to Nelly, I guess currently linked to Anthony Davis. I'm not sure. And she was previously linked to the boxer Mayweather. All right, look at Nelly right here. He looking scared. So she was previously linked to boxer Floyd Mayweather, if I'm not mistaken. She was too good to be in a polyamorous relationship, polygynous relationship. She was like, I ain't going to share my vagina. I ain't going to have him out here fucking other hoes, right? She's still young. She got options. So she monkey branched over to Nelly. And she probably thought, Nelly can't get a girl like me, although he previously was with Ashanti. Okay? But they broke up. And then Nelly caught her on the rebound. But of course, Nelly playing the game with her. He's playing the game with her. She thinks she's solidified, but she also knows she's not married. So she wants to test Nelly out. She wants to test Nelly out to see if she pulls back, will Nelly chase her? It's Anthony Davis's wife. Okay, interesting. All right, so I did see her with Anthony Davis. All right, I'm not sure if that's the wife. I did see here, right here, all right, that they may be linked together. All right, so let's see the clip here. This is her talking about it. Of course, she doesn't have her super suit on, and her hair isn't done. Obviously, she looks like everybody else. Okay, she's a pretty woman. Don't get me wrong. She is attractive. But as you can see, she's far less attractive, right, than you would see her when she's got her super suit on. Okay? There she is with her makeup and her beautiful hair, man. Love hair like this. This curly hair. Beautiful woman. But, of course, this is what she looks like right here. All right. There it is right here. It says right here, Chantel Jackson on her breakup with Nelly, I left because I needed space to see if it would bring us back together. This is some competition anxiety for you, but let's get into it.
Think or have this make-believe story. I left because I wanted initially, I guess, space to see maybe will the space bring us back together, or do I need this space because I just need to rip off that Band-Aid. So, and initially I wanted the space or the break to rip that Band-Aid off. So, but no, like no ill will, nothing bad. Just sometimes people don't work out. People grow apart. Like sometimes
most people don't work out. Almost everybody grows apart.
Person might want to be still in the situation and the other person is like, this isn't working. It happens, you know?
Yeah, most relationships don't happen. It don't work.
Right. It just didn't work out. And that is all good.
All right, she reading the chat, so that's why she's slowing down. She can't process two things at the same time. All right, so it happens. But apparently she's saying, I wanted to rip the Band-Aid off. She probably knew her fate. She knew she couldn't play coochie games with Nelly. But she tried to say, maybe I could do better than Nelly. I don't have to put up with this shit. Let's go ahead and show you some pictures of them together here. All right, they do look like an awkward couple, okay? If you look at these pictures, they look awkward. He's leaning in. He's never smiling around her. She does look good here. She does look spectacular right here. But she was a rebound chick. There they are in Las Vegas at Dre's. Okay, there he is right there. He hella leaning into her in another photo there. She is a nice piece of calico. I will give her that when she's dressed up. All right, and made up. Okay. There he is again, some awkward positioning there. And she thought maybe she could play coochie games with this nigga. All right, and she thought, hey, look, there he is again, hella awkward with this woman. All right, yeah, good-looking woman. There's her feet out right there. But there he is right there. There he is with more teeth. And this is her with Floyd Mayweather. That's her with Floyd Mayweather. So she was one of Floyd's broads, and she wanted a better position. So she gets around. She definitely gets around there. And there's Nelly with her again right there, not smiling again, hella leaning in. And I haven't seen one picture of her leaning into him. I have not seen one picture of her. I mean, there's a picture of her leaning into Floyd. That's Nelly again. The body language is not giving, man. And she looks like she's trying to peel away from the nigga. I mean, so I don't think she had both feet firmly planted in here with Nelly. She was kind of using him as a landing spot. That's her with Floyd. That's her with Floyd Mayweather. And here you go again. Look at, that's Ashanti. All right. You know, maybe Nelly a weirdo. I have no idea. That's them again. Him leaning in and her leaning away. Interesting body language. Another one. Him leaning in a little bit. She's standing pretty tall and erect, not leaning in at all. I haven't seen, there it is again. So anyway, what it sounds like was she thought she could do better. I'm better than Nelly. Now, I don't know, man. Listen, Nelly's a pretty wealthy guy and whatnot. But yeah, he was wanting to be with Ashanti and it just didn't work out. And eventually, the space that she gave Nelly was the space that made him run back to Ashanti. Right? So there he is leaning in again on her. There her is making love with the camera. Nelly's ex, Chantel Jackson, said she left him to see if space would bring them closer back together. There's a song about this called Circle by Marcus Houston. This ninja had a baby and got married. Ladies play stupid ass games and win stupid ass prizes. All right. And this is definitely a stupid, what I call a shit test. This is a shit test that backfired on her. Also, I heard the sister, Crimson Cure, give her take on this one. And I believe she basically was saying she knew she was dead man walking. So she knew she wasn't going to get anything from Nelly. So she pulled this game just to see. But this is a classic shit test where she tried to see, all right, I don't think I'm secure here. So why don't I just go ahead and break up and then hope that he chases? If he chases, it's real. If he doesn't chase, then I need to move on or I lose. And in fact, she learned the hard way. Now, here's the thing. If she would have done what she was supposed to do, maybe Nelly, she could have won Nelly over. Maybe. I don't know this. But she decided to go for the old, all right, let me give him space. Let me back away. Let me break up. Let me walk away. And if he really loves me, he'll chase me. And the answer is nope. No. He ended up selling his catalog for millions and millions of dollars. You missed out on a major bag. He sold his catalog. He out here touring with country musicians. He out here at President Trump's house. He out here with he went back to Ashanti and had a baby and got married. See, when you're older woman, you're too old to play these games. You're too old. I know you think you're the shit because you out here with celebrity after celebrity and shit like this. You out here with Floyd when you were younger. You maybe thought Nelly was beneath your league because, I don't know who got more money. I don't know. I could get another nigga. Apparently, I don't know. She's linked to some other guys. She good looking. All right. I can buy her. I can afford her. I think I can afford her for one night. I can afford a pricey piece of trim like this for one night. Let me hold you tight. All right. But she tried to see if maybe I was that bitch. If I'm that bitch and my pussy is so good, my coochie is so good, Nelly can't leave me. And Floyd got way more money than Nelly, yeah? So I'm with Floyd. She looking at Nelly as a downgrade. This nigga. Floyd got the money to cash on deck, paying off the IRS. But Nelly went to Ashanti, who was bad as hell in her prime. And you lost out on a major bag playing coochie games. What can you do? Ladies, listen.
And if he loves you, he's going to understand that. But if you playing with a nigga who already got options, coochie game's not going to work.
What will work with a guy who has so many options?
Nothing.
Nothing. You got played. All right. Yeah.
Think
you just another light-skinned, attractive woman or Dominican or whatever you are. I can't really tell what she is. She's racially ambiguous. All right. She's a mulatto. I don't know. You know how many women look like that? Right? Look like her that you're exposed to. And it's not just about the looks. Let's see what Ashanti looks like. I mean, she doesn't look the best right at this moment. I will give her that. But she was a goddamn classic beauty back in the day. All right, that's her more than now. And Nelly looking like a hostage yet again. Yet again, Nelly. All right, he doesn't take many good pictures. Let me see here. Nelly sells his catalog for $50 million. All right, compared to Floyd money, that's light money. Floyd makes that in one night. She's 49 years old. It's cook time. And then he's married. So I think what men have to understand is I think there is a level where women have an advantage. All right. They have an advantage over you and they can play coochie games. Then what'll happen is if you happen to take off at any level of this game, whether you're making 50 and you go to 100K or you're making 25 and you go to 75K, whatever the part of the game is, what'll happen is these women will start playing games with you and think that they're the only pussy in town. Or let's just say coochie. They'll think you're the only coochie in town and they will not come off of it. They'll literally be like 47 playing stupid. And you're like really? And unfortunately, if you don't have the leverage, you'll play coochie games with them. You'll let them play. All right. So the shit testing never goes away. I know men are in relationships and you think, Coach, man, when will the bullshit stop? When will these women stop doing this? When will these women stop doing this? In their world, this is how they survive all of their relationships. By shit testing the guy. And it doesn't matter that you provided them a world and they jumped up. Wives shit test their husbands all the time. All the time. It's part of what they do. And it's their nervousness. It's their ability. It's their survival instinct. Sometimes it's boredom. Sometimes it's boredom. And sometimes it is they're just unsure about their status in their position with you. Women don't realize that as long as I come home, you're good. Okay? As long as I come home, you're good. All right? I'm dedicated and loyal to support you. Women, on the other hand, don't see it as that way. You're not telling me that you love me. You're not showing me affection. You're going to the titty bar after work. You might be cheating on me, but that doesn't mean he doesn't love her. That doesn't mean he doesn't prioritize her at all. What then pushes the guy away is the shit testing. So women will have a right guy, and their survival instinct to shit test the guy will chase the guy away because he doesn't want to deal with that bullshit. He's like, listen, this is too much. I'm already just 1 foot out the door anyway. Now you're just going to push me out the door. And they then are now 46, 47 playing stupid. Remember I showed you the video of the white woman that said she divorced her husband. She took him to marriage counseling, filed for divorce to see if he would fight. And he basically was like, you did me a favor. All right, I was going to support your goofy ass until the end. I was going to support you just out of dedication and loyalty and to my fucking agreement to our marriage. Now, that doesn't mean I was not going to fuck young girls. I'm going to still do that. So you had that, but then you wanted to press. Then you wanted to throw me under the bus at marriage counseling. Guess what? That's it. And he didn't fight. So men typically are loyal to their word and commitment. When I say that, I mean loyal to their commitment to support women. When a man supports a woman, he's going to do it. If he's just hell-bent. Now, that don't mean he's not going to fuck another girl. I mean, I don't understand this whole monogamy thing at all. But a man can have sex with another woman, bust nuts in her teeth, kiss her, and pay her money, and come home to his wife with flowers, rosé, chocolates, lingerie draws, gift certificates, Hallmark cards, dinner, coupons, come home. Hi, honey. Oh, you're so wonderful. You're a wonderful wife. I just love you. All right. We should have sex on Saturday. All right. Let's make love on Saturday. Give her a hotel suite with the fucking heart-shaped bed. All right. He'd be like, I really love you. Oh, my goodness. And he just buttered some college girls' tonsils at a Momo. All right. All right. And he'll come home. Honey, I am so loyal to you. You are the best. All right. We're going on vacation. All right. You know what? Book Turks and Caicos this weekend. Book it. Here's my credit card. Here, put it on the Amex. All right. And he was clapping the whole college girl's cheeks. Had her upside down on the bed and grabbing her throat like this. All right. Finishing in her gullet. And he'll come home. Honey, you're the best wife of all time. I really love you. I love you. He'll support her for 20 fucking years till her titties sagging and nipples pointing to the ground. He'll be loyal to that. Let me get to these super chats. All right, man. Look, I'm so behind I had to cut that segment short. All right, look at the men laughing. All right, the women are listening to me and like, this guy's despicable. Married dudes are like, shut the fuck up, nigga. All right, next time you come home with some shit, hi, honey, you're so wonderful. Your wife go look at your ass like, oh, really? You were finger popping a stripper at the strip club and came home and put gasoline on your finger. all right, to cover up the smell, all right, so your wife don't see it. All right, anyway, let me stop. You guys are despicable, disgraceful human beings, you men. But ladies, our loyalty does not come in the form of fidelity. Our loyalty comes in the form of support. Which one do you want, ladies? I always ask the women in my life, all right, pick two options. Do you want money? Like, do you want an allowance? Like, you're my wife. Pick two. You want an allowance? Do you want the lifestyle? Do you want to go on trips and vacations and get shopping sprees? Do you want that? And do you want monogamy? Pick two of the three. Pick two of the three. Two of the three. Because women want it all. I want monogamy. I want trips and vacations and 5-star restaurants. And I want money and allowance. No. I don't think you heard me. Pick two of the three. Pick two. Like, you get two. So if you want trips and vacations and monogamy, do not ask me for some motherfucking money. No. You're supporting yourself out here. No money for you. If you want money and trips, there's no monogamy. If you want money and monogamy, bitch, you're going to be at home a long time. All right, you ain't never coming out the house. You ain't never coming out the house. We ain't never going on a vacation. I'm going on vacation by myself. Can I go too? Did you buy a ticket? Oh, you didn't buy a ticket? Well, I guess I'm going by myself. All right. But pick two of the three, bitch. You ain't getting all three, and I'm just going to be off the market standing there like a dumbass. All right. Anyway. Y'all got to put these women on notice. Bitch, you ain't just going to take me off the market, and I'm going to get rid of all my hoes, all right, and be out here stuck on stupid. All right, anyway. All right, but they want it all. Like, you just gonna give them money and give them money whenever they want to do nails and then go on trips and vacations and handbags and purses and restaurants and monogamy all in one? Oh, no. All right, and I'd rather just give you the money in the trips because my motherfucking ass, I'm going to be having some extra hoes on the side. He says, I'm going to still cheat on vacation. Absolutely. 100%. All right. I'm going to tell you, we going to have two separate rooms. I'm like, you need to go to the other room. Why? Oh, we in Brazil. All right. Because, all right, I'm definitely, when I go on vacation, I'm definitely clapping some cheeks where we going. He said the monogamy and the vacation. Well, she wants the monogamy and the vacation. She going to be light on her bills. When you need to get your nails done and your hair done and your bills paid, you won't have no money from me. Don't look at me. She's like, I'm just thinking about getting my nails did. Tough titty. And I'm still getting some side punani. Anyway, shout out to the coach gang. And she gonna cheat on you anyway, as you seen this other girl cheat on you anyway. I know you guys think I'm deplorable and despicable. Let's see here. Shout out to the coach gang. We'll be back tomorrow. I gotta go, man. Peace.